Welcome back to American Agenda. A new report has come out that CNN's parent company, AT&T, is paying $9 million to former host Chris Cuomo as a settlement over his exit at the network. This comes as CNN chief Jeff Zucker's resignation from the network after he failed to disclose a relationship with a female staff member. Joining us now to discuss, distinguished university professor at Touro College and author of Saving Free Speech from Itself, Thane Rosenbaum. And Thane, I understand you have a personal relationship with the Cuomo family. You taught Chris. So we'll just start with the general question. What's your take on all of this?
Well, I'll tell you, Bob, I can imagine what Chris's lawyers have been saying all throughout this. They're saying, first of all, you owe me $18 million in severance.
Right.
Because you fired me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But wait a minute. Let's start right there, though. I'm sure that AT&T would have said it was for a cause. Right?
Yeah.
So,
right? Yeah, you're right. I'm sure that's why AT&T flatly rejected that approach. I think AT&T got shocked when Chris's lawyers showed them the complaint and said, we're not filing this yet, but get ready, because if we do file this, we're going to show a number. And I don't think it's just Jeff Zucker. I have a feeling there might be other undisclosed personal relationships that Chris knew about. And the question is, you're imposing a conflict of interest policy against my client, Chris Cuomo, when you took advantage of the fact that he was the brother of the governor of New York all throughout the early days of the pandemic. He was on the show all the time. They were joking about their mom protecting their mother, and CNN benefited from that, so that once the governor had some legal troubles, at that point, unless they said to Chris, you cannot be involved in any way, you can't speak to the press at all, because what CNN is essentially saying is we're an objective journalistic enterprise, which is not true. They're not.
Yeah, I was just going to say, right there, there's an asterisk.
Yeah.
But let me ask you another question. I have a talent contract, right? And they all say in there, because I've had them before, something about you can't badmouth your network, including when you leave. Not that I have anywhere or would anywhere. But it is part of a contract. So how can a guy like Cuomo, as the story goes, I don't know if this is true, but how can he come out and say, oh, well, I got some dirt on you. I'm going to make the network look bad. I'm going to embarrass these people. I'm going to humiliate all that. Why are they not turning him around and saying, you do that, we're going to sue you for everything you have?
Bob, it's my understanding that Chris's position is we haven't told anyone anything. CNN is alleging that this was leaked by Chris or his lawyers. But Chris's position, I said, again, I haven't spoken to Chris or any of the Cuomos about this at this point. Right. But I suspect that he's saying, I didn't say anything. My lawyers had a private conversation with AT&T lawyers and said, here's the complaint. You're not going to like it. And in fact, they knew this early because they went ahead and dismissed Jeff Zucker. So obviously something had been said to AT&T much earlier in this process. That's why AT&T came back to the table, right? Because they originally said, you're getting nothing. You violated your conflict of interest clause. So the question now is...
So explain to me why then they come back with half of that amount when Chris Cuomo supposedly, I mean, theoretically, didn't even say anything, but somehow this gets out there.
Yeah, again, if it was leaked, it was leaked. But Chris Cuomo, if he has a breach of contract case against AT&T, that case does not get thwarted simply because he has an earlier contract that says, do not speak ill of the company. He's saying, you breached my contract, you fired me for cause, and in fact, you're hypocrites about this because this conflict of interest policy is something, surely you knew there was a problem from the very beginning.
And we're encouraging it. So you're telling me I shouldn't have gotten involved, but you were encouraging me and playing a part in doing the shtick on air and all that.
You took advantage of us.
Right. Oh, that's good. You're a good lawyer. I'm going to get you when I need help.
You took advantage of us. You used that for ratings. My brother was not on other programs that night. He was with us.
That's true. He had his brother there. Thane, I like how you switch it, and you're good. Thank you, Thane Rosenbaum. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.